gas station?
Newman
I bet it
Cigar
has a fountain.
Studios in
If the
Boston,
Bellagio
Massachusetts.
had a gas station,
Welcome to the
it'd have a
Smokin
very fine
Tabacco Show
circular
with your
joint
hosts,
in the middle of
Matt
it with a
Tobacco
fountain.
and
It's very
Smokin'
nice
Nicole.
presentation.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I thought we were doing this, man.
I'm about
For
to
the
do
love
it.
of God. Dude, I got things.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Smokin Tabacco Show. My name is Matt Tobacco from SmokinTobacco.com, and I am joined once again by my beautiful fiancée, Smokin' Nicole.
Hi.
And as you can tell, the show is already off the rails because you guessed it, the man, the myth, the legend, the one and only, off the leash once again tonight, Mr. Matthew Booth Fokker of Room101 Brands. What's up, pal?
That's actually my full legal given name.
So,
Given
without telling the public
myself.
audience about what we just talked about, because that's still behind the curtain right now, can you just give me like a yay or a nay to that idea?
You know, sorry.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm just seeing how
I'm
much
honored.
my bottle.
All right.
Jesus Christ, woman.
He's in.
Have
Now,
It's Thursday.
using the government name. Yes. The Shadow Army is watching via YouTube. The Shadow
oh
Army
my God,
is always
he
here.
already? That's Shadow One. Shadow One
is here.
I haven't really been on Al Gore's web recently because I've been doing other things in like life. But I did notice. I happened to peel through real quick because I was seeking out this elusive link for your communication here this evening, and I noticed that he had a very pertinent question. I thought it was actually on brand, solid, and something that someone has never asked me before, which people have asked me many things over the years, you know.
Yeah.
So again, a very sharp cookie he is, that Shadow One, or she, whoever Thon may be.
Can I make a bold guess as to who is behind Shadow Army?
Go for it.
If it's not you, if you're not the one behind the Shadow Army.
How he's messaging you right now?
No, I'm just saying.
Look at the hands. Look at the hands.
But I'm just saying.
Oh wait,
so
I
if
could
it's
be
not,
using
but if
my other implement.
Well, I highly doubt that. But if it's not
Thanks for the
you,
vote of confidence.
if it's
Charlie.
not you, and it's not any of your minions at Room 101 or any of your friends, could it be Mrs. Booth? Going out on a limb here. Is it the wife?
Look, here's the deal.
Wouldn't that be the shocker?
Here's the deal. Many people have attempted to pin who actually is, in fact, Shadow One. The beauty of this scenario is that no one will ever guess it, because it is a web, a shroud, a veil of concealment, layers and layers of digital foliage.
Is it your wife?
Covering and obscuring this person's
Is it your wife?
true being. No, it's not.
Okay.
Yes, it is. No, it's not.
All right, let's read the comments. Not him. You would be just as close if you said it was Coop. Wow. I don't even know how to respond to that.
I mean, technically, I've had relations with both of them. I mean, you know, there's some sort of connection there.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is it Abe Froman?
Dude, Abe Froman, who I love, and my boy, right? You know I love Abe Froman, right? Abe Froman is probably the most like everyone asks every once in a while, or some people have just been like, hey, who is it? I'm like, I'm not telling you. They're like, but it's me. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling anyone. Nobody gets the clearance here. Froman is subtly, I don't want to use the word obsessed, because it's not consuming. It's not like he's thinking about it when he's eating breakfast. I bet he is thinking about it though when he's eating breakfast.
He just doesn't want to tell you.
He asks a lot. You know.
Who Shadow One is?
Yeah, who is Shadow One? And he always spits out these guys like, oh, I bet it's Nicky Chim from the East Coast because you got, you know, he likes your brand. I'm like, well, you know, send him a postcard, see if it's him. I don't know what to tell you. But it's not also.
What are you smoking over there? 12th anniversary?
I'm smoking a perfecto-shaped prototype of what will be Namakubi 2022.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Interesting.
All right. I have the Farce Maduro Toro, and Nicole is smoking the Big Payback Connecticut Shade Toro.
Both erotic experiences.
Very
Much so.
very good. Have you had that before, Nicole?
Yes.
Light and dark brown, as we categorize our cigars.
So, I feel like I know what the Big Payback refers to. Does
There
this
should
have?
be a handle on that cup.
It's a pretty full glass of wine.
It's a sturdy wrist she's got there to heft
I
that.
was just curious. This is a half bottle. I just
Yeah,
wanted
all
to
of
see if
that
it would
is
fit.
now in that cup.
Yeah.
Like everything from that vessel has been placed into that
Are you judging me?
chalice.
Are you judging me, Matt?
Chalice. What? What's that?
I said, are you judging me?
No. I'm
Okay.
celebrating you.
Okay. It's Thursday.
Celebrating you.
I need the wine.
I left my beverage prop. I feel fucking stupid now.
What was your bet? Oh.
I mean, come on. I don't have all my props here. My Room 101 gins are in the other room, and I don't have them in front of me with you for the show to display.
Dear God.
I know. I fucked up.
Okay. No, we'll move past this. It's fine.
I don't even have my
fine.
beads on today. I don't have any jewelry on. I fucked up.
You're naked.
Oof.
I'm naked Room
It's
101
almost like
today.
it's almost like you meant to do it. Like to rub my nose in this.
No, I would never do that. You know how much I love the brand. I could never do that to you.
I do.
intentionally.
I do. And I love how much you love it because, you know.
You could walk in and get the gin, says Shadow One.
By the way, to answer his or her question, it was a chinchilla.
What happened? Say that again.
It was a chinchilla.
What was a
Shadow.
chinchilla?
He asked a question. She asked a question. They
Who?
asked a question.
Who?
Shadow One
Shadow One
asked a question
Okay.
on your little social media there.
Oh yes, that we ran. Yes.
He proposed a question. And that is my answer. It's a chinchilla.
What was the question, Nicole? You have to.
I know.
She's trying to scramble now to figure it out.
Well, let's
I
hear.
dislike the chinchilla.
You dislike the chinchilla.
I dislike the chinchilla. I actually dislike very few things. The chinchilla is the Pontiac Aztec of the animal kingdom. I dislike both of them equally, which is a lot.
Wow.
They're ugly. They're visually
Okay, trivia time for you.
disgusting. Tell me.
Who drove the Pontiac Aztec in a very popular TV show?
Fuck off.
You don't know the answer, do you?
No, of course I don't. Why would I know that? It's a repulsive. Who did? I'm curious. Who had the fucking stones?
It was a
to
major
pilot that
show.
mobile abortion.
And the main character drove a Pontiac Aztec for most of the seasons. It was a drug show.
Well, I mean, I'm slightly more interested now. I gotta admit.
Walter White, Breaking Bad.
He drove a Pontiac Aztec?
Yeah, he did.
Fuck. That show was so frustrating to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I
We
was
have the question
confused
here.
because I had posted as well on our Instagram story. So they're private questions, which I did not see. There was the question: does the
Oh,
carpet
no,
match?
now I can't hear you at all.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
hope your listeners can hear you.
What happened? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, you
Have her
can't.
talking to your mic.
On. Can you hear me now? No.
Mm.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Someone messed
The
up.
chinchilla strikes again.
I think we're fixed.
There we go.
Can
All
you
right.
hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
So now read him the question.
Well, he saw the question because he knew how to answer. But I had posted a story on Instagram, so I was confused on where this question was. There was a question that someone said that asked, does the carpet match the drapes? And so chinchilla was a very odd answer to that.
Yeah, now that I know the question, I don't
I know.
understand the answer.
So the question was, what
like
is
the
the
other
largest what is the largest mammal you have clubbed to death with your manhood?
Oh, okay.
And
there we go.
chinchilla.
Now we know.
Okay.
Okay.
Chinchilla, not so grand in stature, but ferociously repulsive.
Right.
In fact, every time I see a chinchilla, I beat it to death with my manhood.
What about
not just once.
what about a
Oh.
chinchilla coat? It's a reminder that they've been killed.
No, I like that because they're very soft and they've removed all their ugly parts, which is
Okay.
like their face and entire carcass, and so then it just leaves the soft, supple furriness that they also have.
Right. Right.
I'd like some matching gloves,
Scarf.
and not boots, but like some sort of like
Slipper.
Like golf shoes. They have that ridiculous thing on top of them and laces that serves no purpose other than like decor. It's almost like an ascot for the tongue of the shoe. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
An ascot.
I would
Ascot.
craft something like that to wear on boots of a chinchilla. As
Well, coming from the man who already makes ostrich leather goods at Room 101 Brands, I mean, chinchilla is not out of the question. I mean, well, maybe if PETA has anything to say about it, but that's a whole nother realm of, disappointment. Have you ever had any run-ins with PETA?
Throwing blood on his ostrich
I don't know. I
bags.
mean, maybe. That's an odd question. Tonight's the night of odd questions for Matt. So, have you ever had a run-in with
not.
PETA?
I've never had a run-in with PETA. I was trying to think of something snappy to say, and it just didn't come out. If it doesn't fall out organically, I just don't push it and I move on.
Yeah, that's what she
I
said.
feel like that was a massively, you see,
yeah, I
a
said,
massively lost opportunity. You know what's interesting is my son is 6, and we were sitting, chatting as we do, because I very much enjoy spending time with him.
Mhm.
And he turned to me and he said, "That's what she said."
Were you like just caught and so shocked in that moment where you just had nothing to say?
I loved it. And then later I used it on him and he's like, "Come on, man, you're using my joke."
Wow.
Come on. That's what he says.
Sounds like you're raising this kid right. I don't know. I mean, he seems like a lot of fun.
He sounds like a mini
He
Booth.
is, man.
He's gonna grow up to be just like you.
Well, hopefully a lot better, but that's what we're shooting for.
Yeah. Well, one thing I did want to cover tonight, non-cigar related, because you've already been on here a few times, so I want to try to mix it up a little bit. A little more of a serious note. Not that we can't have any fun, but I wanted to get to this. So next week is Veterans Day, and for those watching and listening at home, if you didn't know, Matt is a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, and we thank you for your
Thanks
service.
for noticing. Thank you.
So, tell me a little bit more about that. I know we've covered it lightly in the past, but So, in what year did you enlist in the Marines?
I enlisted in 95 and became active in 96. I believe that's how that went, but definitely 96. My life was changed, and I served 4 years in the infantry.
Now,
and it was a life-changing experience.
Is there any particular reason why you enlisted, or is it something you always wanted to do, or?
I mean, I was a bit lost at that period of my life, and I was in need of a vicious reboot and reconfiguration of my life, my life's path. And I don't think you can get more rearrangeable than that.
Yeah.
I had several friends that had gone in, and I followed them that way.
Now,
it's funny. Oh, go ahead.
Well, no, I was going to ask you something else.
It's your show. No, please.
Well, I was going to ask you, I know about a month or two ago, you had posted on Facebook. It was a picture of, you probably know what I'm referring to. It was a sheet with, I want to say it was a sheet of your training credentials from the military.
Oh, it was my DD-214.
Yes.
This is actually the actual proof. This is the form. DD-214 is the form that you are given when you are processed out of the military.
Okay.
So anyone that has served in the military has a DD-214.
And that contains what information?
Sure. Where you were, where you enlisted from, what your MOS, in the Marine Corps they call it MOS, I think occupational specialty, military, stands for whatever, it's your job, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then, things that you have been, things that you have been awarded, both like for performance and valor and things of that nature. So any
like your medals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any medals from the Marines?
Chart those. Oh, just pistol and rifle expert.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So watch
the
yourself.
good conduct stuff wasn't
Well,
really part of.
From what I understand from that sheet, from what I saw, and me and Matt talked about it. I texted him about it after. He was also trained in machine guns as well. There was one.
Well,
in
that was
particular.
my job. I was a machine gunner.
Yeah. And
yeah. Oh well, it lists the schools that you attend, the training schools.
I think that's what I think that's what I'm remembering it was, because I remember that there's something about that, and I was like, oh shit, this is what you did, and you were like, yeah, man, and then you listed all the different machine guns that you had worked with during your time, during your.
I was in a line company, so you have basically you settle into the use of several weapon systems, and those are the ones that you live with that are directly related to what you do on a daily basis. But during your training, like for example, in they call it SOI, the School of Infantry, you shoot and far more memorably carry everything very far. Yeah.
So not only do you need to know how to fire the weapon, but you also know how to like service it, clean it, tear it down, build it, the whole thing.
Like you would think, like on this, the body of the, the 50 cal, or even better yet, the Mark 19.
Yeah.
You think like maybe put a little fucking pillow. Just a little pillow. It's cool, for the back of the neck ski there. I don't know.
Have you written a letter to any of the generals of the Marines to be like, hey, you know what? You should do this. You know what? I'll make it for you.
It went in the complaint box where they file things of that nature.
I feel like when you went through boot camp, you had a rough time. I'm just gonna say it like that.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't really have a rough time in boot camp because, you learn very quickly that you should just do what you're told to do, and then you won't suffer the consequences of not doing it. I actually did get in trouble one time for breaking my rifle down too far to clean it.
Really?
Yeah, I was pretty familiar with that rifle already. I had built several AR-15s as a kid. Same thing, just it has we had a 3-round burst on ours, but the civilian model lacks that, or the non-class 3 version lacks that. But I did get in trouble for disassembling it too far. I think I took the bolt apart, the bolt carrier group. I think I took that apart, which is not that difficult to do, but they don't want you, they just want you to give it a basic cleaning, and I suffered the consequences for that.
And what were the consequences?
I think it was a good deal of push-ups, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
I had a drill instructor named Sergeant Palm. And Sergeant Palm, I feel, was a legend. I ran into him later in the fleet when I was in Okinawa. Still, I was terrified of him. But Sergeant Palm was a sergeant amongst many staff and gunnery sergeants. And this is the sign of a real G and a real Marine. Sergeant Palm, one day, one of the memories that stuck with me, what was of him, right? And these guys, they'd wear a dress uniform, and they'd do more pull-ups than you could ever imagine while screaming at you while wearing that, and they jump off the bar and still be like super crispy, like unfeathered, right? Not one bead of sweat on them. They're very superhuman characters, right?
Right.
And I remember I was doing pull-ups, and he jumped up on the pull-up bar next to me, and he started doing pull-ups, except his head was turned directly towards me. And he was screaming at me while he was doing the pull-ups, right? So I'm like this, and his head is like this, right? And he asked me, where I'm from. Do I know anyone on the East Coast? And I don't know where he's going with it. And he says, Booth, I'm gonna do something to you. He says, I'm gonna go to the East Coast. Now he's screaming, and I'm saying this very calmly. He's screaming. And he says, I'm gonna go to the East Coast, and I'm just gonna start fucking and I'm going to start fucking Booth, and I'm going to fuck my way across the United States until I come to someone that you care about.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This is the dedication.
This isn't one of your embellishments. Like, this actually happened.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. I like him. I wonder where he's at.
You never found him after you got out?
I'd send him a box of cigars.
Oh, yeah.
If you know where Sergeant Palm is at, which I think he might have actually got staff sergeant before he got out. I don't know for sure. There were rumors of such things. If you know where he's at, I'd love to send him a box of cigars. An epic man. And also Sergeant Tinsley, too. He was my the instructor at SOI for the machine gun course. He was a machine gunner himself. Had this really gnarly scar that traveled the entire course of his face, but it made him look even cooler. So also a very interesting dude. Was into mini trucks at the time. I think he had some wire wheels on his truck. If I remember correctly, he won some money gambling in Vegas and bought the rims. And I liked that. So I like rims. Yeah.
But he wasn't a lowrider guy like you.
Yeah, no, he was a mini trucker guy. It was kind of low rider style.
I guess.
At the time, in the 90s, the mini truck shit was hot. They had all the mechanical bed, the hydraulic beds and shit, That was like a trendy thing. Some even invested that type of work into the was it the Geo Tracker?
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Was it the Sidekick, the Suzuki Sidekick?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Geo made the Metro and the Tracker, and then Chevy, I think, bought it. And Suzuki made, I think it was the Sidekick. Kind of like a RAV4 type thing.
Sidekick. Yeah, they would hook those up too. It was a very interesting time.
Late 90s?
That was like mid to late 90s.
Yeah. But you're a rim guy.
No.
You're a rim guy, though.
Did you say rim job?
No, I did not say that. I said, but you're a rim guy, though. You respected the move on the rims.
Yeah, I'm the rim reaper.
Yeah.
Both on the vehicle and, otherwise.
Chrome or body paint match?
My man, look, first of all, it completely depends on the vehicle. Okay, every car, if you're going to take the care and effort into customizing a vehicle, everyone is different. They're like people.
All right, let me make it easier for you.
It's what the car deserves.
Let me make it easier for you.
I typically wouldn't do the color match, but I do that on like the Steelies. I do the color match on the Steelies.
When it's like all black, right? Do you go black on black or do you go black on chrome?
Ooh, it depends on the car. If it's a lowrider, chrome.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Shadow 1 says respect the rim.
Respect the rim.
So I have two vehicles.
Care for it.
Both vehicles.
Viciously tack it. The tack. Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I was letting you do your thing. I was gonna say both of my vehicles are all black, and I went with the black rims. I wanted it all blacked out. I didn't want to go with the chrome.
I think modern vehicles look dope, all murdered out. I think that's a supreme look now, for sure.
Right. Anyway, as we get away from our car talk, but no, I wanted to ask you about your time in the service. Is there anything in your time in the service that you learned that has stuck with you the most? As you left and you went through your career, and what's like the most important thing you took away from your time that you've carried with you all this time that's made you where you are today?
I mean, honestly, man, if you wanted to distill it down to the base, I think it's just do it.
Just do it.
Ain't nobody gonna do it for you. And it ain't gonna happen on its own. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
And do it and never stop doing it.
Do you think that in your experience and in your opinion, that whole kind of like, you join the military, you kind of get to this, not to get real grim, but I feel like, and I was never in the military, so I can't speak on myself. I can only ask someone like yourself who had that experience. But is there a sense of like ready to die-ness that grows on you, that even after you leave the service, you just kind of like everything you do is like just do it because you appreciate life more because you realize it could end at any time after being in that position of being ready to die every day, you know?
Well, man, I mean, I can only speak for myself. I would never talk for anyone else.
Right, that's what I mean. This is for you.
And their experiences. I mean, I think one of the reasons I went in was to, because at the time I didn't really value my own life, right? And I was seeking to find a place where I could value it or could be fucking done with it, right?
Right.
Not that I wanted to, but I needed to enact serious change, right? And I don't know, man. I mean, I think that, look, there are a myriad of ways that people can become more aware of their mortality and the impermanence that is so permanent in life, right? But I think that the common theme, and I don't want to speak for other people, but I think that, and especially Marines and infantry Marines are far more set on living than dying. And it's been said that, you don't want to die for your country, you want to make the other man die for his, right?
Yeah.
Or woman. Now,
Or a woman.
I don't know. I'm confused. I'm sorry. Now it's a
Don't
sensitive
ask.
thing.
Don't tell.
I have said something I fear is not. I'm supposed to. Can I say him? I don't even. I'm so sorry.
You have to be
Do
inclusive.
you still
for
want
all.
me to come to your party? Dear.
Our party? Yeah. Oh, yes, we do.
The foam party.
The phone party, yeah. After the wedding. Yeah.
Lots of foam.
I didn't say wedding. You said wedding. I said party.
I know what I said.
Fucking tell, bro. You're telling on yourself. What the fuck?
I didn't give away
Where's
any.
my dog?
I didn't give away any information. The three of us know what's going on.
Being a source of information.
Listen, no one teases.
Nobody likes a tattletale.
No one teases an audience more than you do with your little
Absolutely not.
Instagram posts of cigars that don't exist yet. And you're like, ooh, look at this, but no one can get it anywhere because it's not out yet, and you don't give any information. You're just like, oh, look at this, and then people are like, oh wow, there's a new Room 101 cigar. Hey, can you tell me more about it? Shut your face. Okay, well, I guess I'll wait.
They love me.
You want to throw shade? I'll throw it right back.
Was that shade? I didn't even know.
Yeah, it was
wasn't
because
aware.
you dick tease your fans. You do it all the
That's
time.
not
He
true.
knows it.
I
He
don't
knows
dick
it too.
tease them.
He knows what
I
he's
don't
doing.
dick tease them. I prepare them, and I slowly bring them to a place of supreme engorgement and preparation to accept the product. It's very different. The teasing is cruel.
He gets
That's
them
like-
wet.
I give.
So when we were at the trade show, we
You
did
get
it.
'em
I
wet.
provide the release. I provide the release. This is not like a releaseless exercise.
When we were at the trade show
Savage.
and we did our interview with you, I asked you like 3 times about Namakubi, and you just said it's coming soon. I said, you want to
It's coming soon.
elaborate on that?
It's
No,
coming soon.
it's coming soon. How soon?
It's coming soon.
By the
It
end of
is
summer or
coming
the
soon.
fall, for holiday season. It's still not out yet, so now I know it's for holiday season.
Soon.
It's before 2021.
It's the cigar business.
I mean 2022. I'm
So
sorry.
It could be 2025, and that could also be soon.
This is what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Case in point. Actually, since we're talking about Namakubi, so
I'm being honest. It's
no,
I'm being
it's fine.
honest.
No, it's fine. So
There's some other cat in the cigar business right now. It's like, that motherfucker's right. He's right. Listen to him. 2025 is going to be bitching.
his name is Pete Johnson, and you shall show him respect.
I always show him respect,
So,
except I want his pants.
now
He won't
that-
give me the fucking pants.
Now that we're on the
Goddamn
air,
pants. Black.
and if anyone's out there, if Pete's watching, this is for you. Or get this to Pete. We'll get it to Pete.
He's not.
He's not, but we'll make sure he sees it. We're going to talk about Pete for a minute. So Matt called me on the phone before we got started because he was waiting for me to send him the link, and I was just grabbing the cigars out of the cabinet. And so he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm grabbing my cigars. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. And after poking fun at him a little bit, I said, well, just so you know, the loose Room 101 cigars we have, I mean, we have boxes too, but the loose ones, we have them in drawers and they're all labeled and we're very organized. I said, but your Room 101 cigars share a drawer with, I said, well, Pete Johnson's Tatuajes share a drawer with you. And you were like, no, I think you mean I share a drawer with him.
You just said the same thing twice. What you said was, you
What did I
share a
say?
drawer with Pete Johnson. And
Yeah.
I said, no, he shares a drawer with me.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's trying to
Of course,
say that
technically
he's
it's
better than
actually
Tatuaje.
the reality. Absolutely not. That's absolutely not. And you are
Stirring the pot.
committing an act of fuckery with your language sculpture in this moment in this segment.
Just saying, Pete.
And quite
He was trying to insinuate he's better than Tatuaje. Just saying.
Absolutely not. And quite frankly, in the hierarchy of things, of course, it's quite obvious that I share the drawer with him. But I'm on the show. He's not. He shares the drawer with me. And I want my fucking pants. And when I have my pants, then I'll share the drawer with you. How about that?
What is it about?
Tired of waiting.
What is it about Pete's pants that you're so obsessed with? Like, what is it about? I didn't even know he
fucking jeans, man.
What were they called?
And he does everything so nice. Jansen jeans? I don't know. Oh shit! No, it was like lumberjack, brokeback lumberjack.
He doesn't even know what they're called.
No, it was lumberjack.
Let me text him.
Oh my God, what was that thing called? It was like something. It was cool because it was like stylish lumberjack. It was something, man.
It was something cool.
It was some
And they were
obviously.
jeans. How long ago was this?
And he had this was some time ago. I mean, I saw the jeans in his place in LA. I was like, yo, I like those jeans. And he's like, well, we'll make sure at some point that, I haven't forgotten the pants, Pete. The pants, I want them. Preferably ones you've worn.
Ooh.
I texted him. We'll see if he responds in time. If not,
But
if it's later, I'll get it. I'll get you the information. But yeah, well, like I said before, he commented on my True Religion sweatshirt. I think he was about to throw shade, but I kind of cut him off. But I had told him, I said, well, if Room 101 came out with an LA denim line, yeah, I would check it out as long as it wasn't too gaudy. I would, I'd give him a run.
I remember when True Religion jeans hit the market. The first time I saw them was in a shop, I believe it's called Politics, with an IX, and it was in the Beverly Center.
Sounds
and
very
they had
LA.
this whole, because anything that is spelled with an IX, that's how you have to say it. And I saw them, and I thought, what a chance encounter with this merchandise that I'm having today in this fine retail establishment called Politics.
Haberdashery.
And I said, I might fancy to own a pair of these. And I looked at them and I was like, oh, goddamn, they're $300. Oh, my. Oh. And
oh, man, that's funny.
For a young,
Put that up there.
Gentleman who that's more, at the time, that was, like half a grand. And I was like, what the fuck are these people wearing on their, what is this? This fine Egyptian thread count denim. What is this?
So, do you know Gerard from MardoCigar.com? You know Gerard, right? Jake Wyatt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is this a cigar show or a denim fashion? I'm wearing 501 with my shit kickers. Gerard, Matt's on the show, so I have no control tonight. So
if he wants to talk about,
it is whatever he wants to talk about.
Pants.
I like how the man that holds the mute button says he has no control. Do you see how he's just seceding?
Yeah, but even if I muted you, nobody wins if I mute you, though. So, I mean, what good is that? I don't know.
At least you know where your bread's buttered.
Yeah, people are here for you, not us, Matt. So
I disagree. I think that they're here for us collectively because they want to hear interaction.
I planted some seeds a few weeks ago.
Some seeds?
I planted some seeds a few weeks ago, and now I'm going to reveal my hand.
Oh.
Matt, has anyone ever asked you if you've ever drank Bailey's out of a shoe?
Oh, no.
Shh. I had too much time on my hands.
Do you like how I interacted? I asked you it was once, but I gave a name because I thought it was this cat that I know that moved to Vegas, and it was a 702 number.
Yeah.
And this dude is wild. He shot himself at one point to see what it would feel like. I mean, the dude's off the chain. He's from Wichita.
Okay.
And became a. I don't want to out him on the show, because I believe he's a public school teacher now. So, but and whatever. I think that they may frown upon such behaviors, although I celebrate the exploratory nature of that exercise. But Old Greg was a common theme between us. It was actually a bond between us, really.
So Old Greg is something that I came into contact with recently, and
Love games.
Nicole.
Love games.
Nicole actually, I don't know if you know this. She actually lived in England when the Mighty Boosh really was on the top of the game. She hates it with a passion. I'm not even allowed to talk about the Mighty Boosh or Old Greg in the house. Just
banned.
Curly Jefferson.
Not
Look,
even.
Here's the deal. I was raised on, many things, but comedic influence, Mel Brooks and Monty Python. And I love British humor, man. Actually, when Monty Python had a reunion show, I actually flew to London to see it.
Really?
That's how much I love Monty Python. Yeah.
See, so he really
John
likes
Cleese
this
was
humor.
on point. Oh, yeah.
I like
because
British
it's
humor.
weird, man, and I like it.
But you don't like the Mighty Boosh?
No,
Why?
I just don't.
What British humor do you
look,
like?
The young ones? You aren't the young ones?
Just different stuff.
What's that other show you said you like? Maybe Matt knows that one. Is it
Which
Old
one?
Brit?
No, Little Britain.
Little
I like
Britain.
Little Britain, but that's different.
Yeah.
I like different.
Did
Different
you
things.
like Monty Python?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it's something
I
about
mean, if you
Old
don't
Greg
like Monty Python, I mean, what the fuck?
specifically.
I mean, what? Don't like a dude in some lingerie laying on a desk?
Why can't we do it right now? We got everything we need right here. We got bailiff. See, he knows.
It is really. Here's the deal. I have no concept. I have no concept of what any of their other acts. have
Gerard.
been. All I'm familiar with.
Gerard, that's a maybe.
Okay, so let me ask you a question there, Stunner.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the James Brown news interview where he's, arguably amplified by some form of accelerant, wearing some very fly
Oh yeah, I
shooting,
saw that.
shooting glasses?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One of the greatest natural acts of all time.
Oh yeah.
If you haven't seen it, if
I've seen
anyone
it.
watching this hasn't seen it, if you do one thing, if your life was going to be over tomorrow, obviously, hug your closest family members, spend the time, but God damn it, watch that James Brown. It'll take 2 minutes. Joy will flow through your body. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So many beautiful moments in that interview. My God.
What's the best interview you've ever given?
This one?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I like to hear.
Good answer.
It's a good answer. While I probably don't agree with you on that one, I feel like you've probably had bigger and better ones. I'll take what I can get.
I had a really good session the other day, and it was impromptu, which I actually enjoy. There are certain things that I prepare for, right? But I do not make a practice to prepare for anything like this, because I don't like to answer things in like a spam out of the can kind of like.
You don't like
response
anything
type
scripted.
fashion.
You want things to be more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did. I had the honor to accept an award at TPE from my dear friend Havana Phil a couple years back. They won Retailer of the Year, fucking right. And I actually wrote a speech for that because I was so nervous and I wanted to do him right, that I actually, and I didn't really stick to what I wrote, but it helped me to form the path of my thoughts,
Right.
Because it was very important to me, right? But that's really the only time that I can remember thinking before I speak, right? It just kind of has to flow like a faucet of diarrhea from the mouth.
Wow, that's an
And
image.
right. And so impromptu, my man Mike S. From Cigar Hustler called me with his little podcast thing that he does, And he apparently has like a Skinamax version of this that people pay for. It's not just free. And so he called me on the Skinamax deal and started recording me, asking me questions, because he wanted to talk about this custom cigar we made for him, with him, rather, in collaboration with him, called Hushacha, right? And which is out now, available now.
Yes, it
retail
is.
Stores. Thank you. Oh my God, I never remember to plug the products either. Like, it's just like they're out there. But this centered around that, and I thought we had a marvelous conversation. It was a fantastic volley of conversation, and I remember thinking that was a good one.
Well,
that was a good one.
Being on this topic of Shirtless Mike, we had some questions come in my little Instagram post. What is your favorite thing about Shirtless Mike?
Oh my God. Does it have to be one thing? I can't answer that.
Give us a top three.
Yeah,
Give
top
us a
three.
Top three.
Oh my God. He has this porcelain quality to his little babushka that he has there, right? And you know who else has that? Is
He's
Jeb,
watching too.
That filthy son of a bitch that won't give me a shirt. You know what, Jeb? I got your fucking shirt because somebody that cares about me gave me a shirt, okay? Got your little buzzard cigar shirt. But they both have this porcelain-like quality to their belly meat, and it's juicy looking, but it's also taut. Like it's the flesh is at the perfect
God, this is like Abe
tension.
Dababna all over again.
Yeah, no, it's but seriously, it's like it's juicy, but it's firm, and it's just so inviting. It's very desirable.
Why is it every time you come on this show?
That wasn't a top three, by the way.
Hold on. Why is it every time you come on our show, you talk about someone's like excessive skin and how much you love it on their body? Like last time it was Abe.
Skin. Why would you say that? It's not excessive skin. Excessive,
you know what I
would be
mean?
like too much or additional or more than necessary. They are the perfect composition. And
touche.
My eyes see what they like.
Yeah.
I know what I like.
But it always involves your obsession
like.
with a certain part of the body.
Why do you call it obsession? Fetish?
Fetish
would be another word.
That's a more appropriate word for him. like Abe's rolls on his neck. He spent 10 minutes talking about that last time he was here. Now he's talking about Shirtless Mike and his porcelain.
Well, obviously, Abe's neck is obviously an obsession. It's not a fetish. It's like an obsession.
Thank you.
But we talked about that.
We did. We don't have to rehash. We don't have to rehash.
I do have another question. Did he like Shirtless Mike's Shake That Ass in a Circle dance?
Huh.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that one.
Did he like Shirtless Mike's Shake That Ass in a Circle dance?
Hold on. Have Tobacco tell me, because I can hear his mic better.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. I keep
Sorry, guys.
It's like cutting out.
Interesting.
Did he like?
And I'm also losing my hearing.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're old. I mean, that's what happens. Whoa. Sorry, that was a joke. Did he like Shirtless Mike's Shake That Ass in a Circle dance?
You know I like that. Why are you even asking me that? You know I like that. How could I not?
I have to ask the person's question.
How could anybody not like that?
They want to see their question get asked. I have to bring it up. I know the answer, but I got to ask. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here.
Hey, speaking of Shake That Ass, what happened to Mystical? Did he do time? He did time, right? Mystical went to jail.
I don't even know.
I mean, think about his message, right? Just shake it, man. Shake it, but be careful. You might knock something over with that thing when you're moving it. So watch yourself also, right? Isn't that what he was saying?
I believe so. Is that how you live your life, that message? Is that one of your messages you live your life by?
I mean, not really, but I mean,
do you dance? Are you a dance guy? Do you ever move about, or are you just very stiff-framed?
I move about.
You move about.
I move about, but not well.
Yeah.
News.
Oh, yeah. We have to get to the news.
We have actual segments.
I'm sorry. Our news segment this week is brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars. McAuliffe Cigars. Head over to McAuliffeCigars.com today and sign up to become an official ambassador. You can get your official ambassador number and coin. And while you're at it, grab a tasting passport, smoke the McAuliffe collection, turn it back in for a chance to win some great prizes. This week, more cigar political news. The city of Pasadena, California passes its flavored tobacco ban. A ban on the sale of flavored tobacco products. It's coming to Pasadena, California, after the city council unanimously in favor of the ban at its meeting on Tuesday evening. And this is yet another example, another town, municipality, whatever, that has gone forth with banning flavored tobacco products. So once again, this is where all of us will preach to you. This is why it's so important for you to join all of our cigar rights groups, such as Cigar Rights of America, Premium Cigar Association of America, and help fund the fight. You know, this is why we're here. You know, it starts with flavored cigars, and then eventually they work their way into all cigars. So don't give them anything.
Well, and that's the point, man. You actually make the perfect point in saying that. Because it's not just about one category. It's the fact that they're attacking the entire industry, and they're doing it incrementally, and they'll chip away at things that they feel that they can get away with easily, or that'll be easier for them to pass through. And that's just one more notch on the bedpost towards our extinction, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
No one will ever kill our game. Well, except us. We'll feed on each other internally before they kill us. But my point is that don't let them take, if you allow them a millimeter, before you know it, they'll have miles.
Yes. And I know what you're thinking too. Some people are, oh, it's just flavored stuff. I don't smoke that. That's not the point. That's not the point. Because they will come. They will come for the stuff you do like. So if
they'll kill flavors this year, and then next year it'll be something else, and on and on and on.
That's right. So never let them have anything. That's the biggest message I can give you guys here. You know, one of the last. No, what was the last time? The last time you were here was our anniversary show, and Mr. Cooper was here as well. And there was one particular topic that I love bringing up that you got so ferociously upset about, and then I brought up to you at the trade show. And during our interview, I brought it up, and you like paused for a second because you were like, "This has really got me." And I love doing this to you.
Are you trying to solicit a response on your show?
Yeah, that's what I do. I stir the pot on my show. It's my show. I can do what I want. And that is, Matt has a fear and a huge feeling of disrespect towards one particular food chain establishment. And we all know what it is. He knows what it is. And he's ticked that I'm even bringing it up for the third time in front of an audience.
Why would you do that? You didn't want to talk about Abe's enticing additives, right? You don't want. Well,
it's because Abe's a friend. I don't need to put him on the spot.
But you want to dig up old shit,
like Soup Plantation, and how much you hate it.
Fucking disgusting.
No, I'm only kidding.
Why would they do that?
I won't.
Why would they make that place?
I'm not gonna waste any more time on that. It was just a joke.
Did that?
It's just a joke. We're not gonna.
They have a soup something around here. It's not a plantation.
It's Sweet Tomatoes.
No, it's not.
No?
No, it's something different. It has soup in the name.
I don't know.
But it's silly.
Yeah, it's like soup and salad or something like that. It's something generic. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the Namakubi for a minute. When we were at the trade show, we got to see the packaging. Very beautiful.
Like my package.
I know that you said that it is coming soon. We'll still be waiting for that. But the biggest thing about that is you had said that, and I can't remember the specifics.
This is a good cigar.
And I'll allow you to remind me that a portion of the proceeds were going towards an Alzheimer's charity in Nevada. Is that correct?
That's correct. A portion of the proceeds will be donated to Keep Memory Alive in Nevada.
Is there any particular reason why you chose that charity?
Yes.
Usually people explain why when they ask the question.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, You know, I think that we can come up with endless sums of money to fund other things, and we can't fix some very human issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's an insidious disease that deserves to be eradicated. You know.
Right. I just didn't know if maybe you had someone close to you who had Alzheimer's or something like that, and that was why. That's why I was kind of...
Yeah, no, my mother has Alzheimer's.
Oh, she does. So I didn't know that. So this is what I was... Okay. I didn't mean to put you on the spot there. I just, I didn't...
No, it's fine. Yeah.
Oh,
It's something we've been battling over the last several years with her, and I've watched what it's done to her, and it's very strange to watch someone being stolen from themselves,
Mm.
And stolen from everyone around them, and there's not much that I wouldn't wish on a foe. Not that I have many. But if I had an enemy, I wouldn't even wish that on them, because I would want them to remember what I did to them. So it has no place in the world, and I hope someday that we can find a way to delete it.
Absolutely.
And I think that organizations like that are dedicated to that. And not much for, I like to help, and I do give money to other causes, but they're definitely more personal and personal in nature, and not personal in terms of like my personal connection to them. But for example, if a friend of mine, there have been a couple people that I know that have put up GoFundMes because, quite frankly, their healthcare or the healthcare system or whatever it is. I'm not even trying to get into that right now, but it's clearly failing them because they wouldn't have to ask for money to pay their hospital bills or something like that if it wasn't. And I like to help in those instances. There are many things that I think people give blindly to, where they have no idea where their money is actually going.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Keep Memory Alive is owned and was founded by a gentleman who has a similar connection and dedication to the eradication of Alzheimer's. And so that I believe that money given to that cause goes to the right place. Because I wouldn't give it to them if I didn't believe that.
I think that it's really cool that you do stuff like that as well. It's always nice to see someone give back. You were there for our 1 year show that we did, and we raised money for the Scar Family Charitable Foundation. And I always said, if I created anything and I had a platform, I always wanted to give back too. And I think it's important to do that and to help each other. It's not just people but just people in society. So I knew about that. I wanted to highlight that a little bit. We didn't really get to highlight that last time, so.
Well, I appreciate that.
I think that's something really, really great that you've done with that. But to kind of get back to the funner parts of the show, it's time for your segment. It's your first time. It's your first time.
Segment?
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to be in the segment?
You're going to be in your segment for the first time.
Am I going to be multiplied on this show right now?
No, but...
I'm going to be multiplied. I'm here, but then it's going to also be my segment.
It's your segment.
Have you had other people on the show and have them
in their
participate
segment?
In my segment?
Yes.
Yes. We've been...
Who have we done?
But you've never had me participate in my own segment.
No.
Well, no.
So this is me inside myself.
Your segment is new.
It's like an inception.
Yeah.
Of him.
Like new as in today?
No, new
or
as
newish as in recent?
New as in we've been running it for about 2 months now.
2 months?
So you've had other people participate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who,
Christian Aroa's been on it.
Nick Perdomo.
Nick Perdomo's been in it. Tom Lazuka's been in it. Yeah. Coop's been a part of it.
They've also been inside me on your show.
Yeah. Coop has been a part of it. He's been inside you.
Coop has been inside me in this show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. Are you ready? You ready to do the segment?
I'm enchanted.
Yeah, I know. That's your favorite word. Our top 3 segment is brought to you by Room 101 brands. Room 101 cigars are... I'm sorry. I already fucked it up. You got inside my head. You got inside my head. Room
I've
101.
been living there for some time.
It's more than just a cigar brand.
I appreciate
It's
the
a
logic.
lifestyle. When it comes to cigars, gin, or maybe just your everyday accessory. Room 101 brands. So, see, it's not just about the cigars. It's all of Room 101. I incorporate all of it to the ad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, top 3. I was trying to come up with something a little wacky for you. 'Cause it's you. And anything you say is very obscure and enchanting. I had a couple ideas. I have to get. You know what? Maybe we'll do 2 because it's your segment and you're here with us. Maybe I'll do 2. So let me start with the first one because I have 2. The other one's really really random, but this one's a little bit more like, oh, okay. What are the top 3 strangest places you've ever been in your life?
Cigar business?
Like, no, it could be
Just
anywhere.
random locations.
Random locations that you were like, why the fuck am I here?
That's interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The strangest.
Like where you were just like, I don't know why I'm here. How did I get here? What is this place?
I mean, the cigar. Obviously, I stand by my initial statements. That's one.
The cigar business is one. That makes sense.
Such a beautifully strange place.
Yeah.
It's where I found my home.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But it's strange. That's why I do so well. I was going to say I do so well, but that seems kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Luke who's tooting their own horn. All right, 2 more. Come on. I want to know. I just really want to know.
There's so much weirdness I've been involved in over the years.
He's
I'm
also trying to answer this without getting himself in trouble.
Well, if you were to ask me the same question, there are things I don't think I'd want to say on
perpetual
air.
state of trouble.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
Well, what did you say, Matt?
I said I'm in a perpetual state of trouble. I don't have to get myself into it. I'm just kind of there.
So that's it. Just
Wichita.
Wichita.
I've been in some very weird shit in Wichita, man.
Why? What about Wichita?
Just at the time that I was frequenting the area, there was a beautiful, beautiful group of weirdos there that were all transmitting on a very similar frequency to mine, and we parlayed. It was very nice.
All right.
Interesting.
That's 2.
I know that's somewhat, maybe it's not so weird, but
No, because
weird
I
at the
could just
time.
imagine you
been
in the
there.
middle of the
Shit was wild.
Midwest, just doing some strange things.
Just ripping it up. No, man, because people in the Midwest know how to have a good time.
Yeah, they do.
They do. They know how to have a good time. 100%. There was a Waffle House in Chattanooga where
Oh boy.
I had an incident. It was strange.
Like Kid Rock had an incident, or
I don't know what kind of incidents he has. I mean,
he had an incident at the Waffle House. I don't remember what it was, but I know he did.
Did he?
He did. He had an incident at the Waffle House.
I kind of had an incident at the Waffle House. I did in Chattanooga.
Well, what incident did you have at the Waffle House?
It's not important. The point is, it was strange.
I feel like
you can get weird in the Waffle House, man.
Yeah, there's no good story that begins or ends in a Waffle House.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, I think this one began and terminated within the confines of that Waffle House. But and then I fled the scene. So my story continued, but that little
You
chapter
fled the
stayed
scene?
there.
Is that worded?
I fled. Well, I mean, I left. I mean, I
did you evade capture at the scene? Is that what? Yeah. See,
No.
he did something.
No,
he
I
did
don't
something.
I don't believe. And that one time at Cigar Fest that people have varying opinions on. Some people say I was banned from Cigar Fest. I have verified with many of their staff that I was never banned. Subject Coker was never banned from Cigar Fest.
You just never returned.
I just like that to. No, I've been back. I went back.
Oh, okay.
I went back.
All right.
No, I mean, not at that time, but later.
Yeah.
Things calmed down a little bit. Yeah.
All right. The other top 3 I had for you. This one's a little bit more random. Top 3 favorite sandwiches. Go.
Meatball, but done right.
Hmm.
Fucking do it right.
What makes it right?
We're both half Italian, so.
Yeah.
God.
Enchant me.
You
What
have
is
to
it?
ask?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Okay, let's just say
It's a meatball
not
sandwich.
from
How
Subway,
complicated does it have to be?
Not dog.
It's a sandwich.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Oh,
I'm not building a.
it's just a cigar.
I'm not building a
I mean,
Swiss
come
watch.
on, man. Or so you think.
Yeah.
So, meatball. I do like a properly made Italian.
Hmm.
I find the variety of meats and ointments delightful. You know, zesty. It kicks back a little bit. I like it, but not too much. I don't like an aggressive sandwich. And I definitely do not like anything buffalo.
Really?
I had an incident at that place with the mechanical bull on Sunset Boulevard. Don't like it. It stemmed from a buffalo sandwich.
Were you on the bull?
Yes.
Not at that time.
Okay.
In the moment. That moment.
In the moment. What about Cuban sandwiches?
I like Cuban sandwiches. I like cheesy goodness, man. You know?
Like a grilled cheese and a tomato soup?
Oh my goodness. A one of my beautiful intergalactic lovers custom grilled cheese sandwiches and her custom made homemade tomato soup. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I know that you had said before, not to open a wound, but one of your arguments about soup plantation was, oh, just have the soup at your house. And you said like a tomato soup with a nice grilled cheese. And I figured maybe that's just a secret obsession he has on a rainy day. Matt Booth shuts down.
I think everyone likes that.
I don't know.
On a rainy day.
Yeah.
On a rainy day, on a day where you might not be 100% physically recovering from a little bit of illness, you know.
Drinking too much Room 101 gin.
The lights are dim.
Whether it be a Room 101 Negroni or a Buffy Chico, you know, it gives you a good hangover.
Too much?
Too much. Sometimes. Some people.
Too much?
They don't know how to stop, you know what I mean?
It's fine, clear, effervescent liquids. It's good for you. It's medicinal. It's gin.
It is. It's very medicinal.
Gin.
It's very clean. It's my favorite gin. That's no BS. I'm not a gin guy, but it's different.
But you're a Room 101 gin guy.
Yeah, I am. I have a few bottles. It's great. Shout out to Kevin and A-Cups. Our boy.
A-Cups.
A-Cups. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, Nicole sent me a random idea. But we're not sharing that on the air.
That is not for the air.
No, it's not for the air. But I saw it on my notes and I go, oh, okay. I can share it with you after in the green room. But not on the air. But I think it's a cool idea. Also, Shadow One says, are you talking about a sandwich or Mr. Tobacco when you talk about a well-made Italian oiled well with meats? Now I just want to know out of curiosity because it's already in front of me, so I have to ask. I don't know if I'm going to
like
the
a
answer.
fine sandwich.
Yeah. Okay. I can
like
read
me a fine sandwich.
I can read between the lines. See? So there's your top 3 segment.
Well done, Shadow One.
Are you ever going to reveal the identity of Shadow One?
No.
Let me ask you.
Maybe.
Can I ask you
soon?
A little hint. How long have you known Shadow One?
Minute.
Come on.
Hot minute.
Hot minute could be
a
1 year.
Stitch in time.
Wow.
I mean, I don't keep track. Shadow One and I don't necessarily have an anniversary date scheduled, if that's what you're asking.
How often do you and Shadow One
Because every day
talk?
for us is a celebration.
How often do you talk to Shadow One?
Frequently enough.
Yeah. I have a few ideas of who it could be.
Good for you.
Good
Get in line.
Good for you. Did you cancel our anniversary date? WTF.
Never. Every day. Every day.
Sounds
is
like
our
Shadow One's
anniversary,
mad at you now.
and you know that.
Sounds like Shadow One might be a female.
He's a sensitive person.
I think Shadow One is a female. And I think Shadow One might be the missus. And I'm sticking to that. And I think that he just reading his body language, I think that I am onto something, because every time I say that, he fights it. Like he doesn't want to acknowledge. And I think that it's the missus. I'm just sticking with that. I'm sticking with that. I'm sticking with that it's your wife. That's Shadow One.
My phone says it's at 10%. So you better make it count.
All right.
We're towards the end.
We're towards the end anyway. Don't worry. I know that you don't want to stay on here for too long. This isn't Cigar Coop. We don't keep you on for 4 hours. Shots fired. Sorry, Coop. I always do that to him, and I don't know why. I always like to
Coop,
give
Coop,
jabs.
No one's watching it for 4 hours, bro. I love you, and I will stay on your show. If you had a show for 7 hours, I would plug into power, and I would have to float back in and out for, I mean, even just to use the can, but for the love of God, man. You should have contests where when people pick out and comment on gems from his show, like at the 2 3/4 hour mark, 3.15 hour mark, 6.25 hour mark, and you should award them with something.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Challenge.
true. That's a good idea. I'll write it down. I'll put it in my notebook.
You put it in your sweet little notebook.
I will. And I'll credit you with the idea. But yeah, I think Shadow One might have a little
prison
beef with
wallet.
you. I don't think Shadow One liked your responses to some of the questions that were presented here tonight, and I think that she will be picking a bone with you very soon.
I do have a couple more questions
Go
from
ahead.
Instagram.
I want Nicole to have her time to shine.
Someone had asked, "What's with your hair?" That was the question.
You don't ask
Which
about
one?
the hair. But who asked
That
the
one was the
question?
hair on your head.
Like all of them, or
Look, Maddie, I think what people are referring to is the fact that you used to rock the mohawk pretty hard, and now you've got this religious Jesus look to you, which I don't have a problem with. But I think some people it's different for them because it's a much different look than you've had in the last 15 years.
you ever seen the videos where an adult, like the father, shaves his goatee and then the child screams and cries when he's confronted?
Yeah.
Right. I think this is what happens with these kids. I think that they don't like change. They're used to my physical form in one state, and it's jarring to them psychologically. They have to understand is I love them in all my forms.
Let me see. I'm trying
Formidably.
I think most people know you from this look. I'm gonna try to get.
He looks unrecognizable.
Yeah, I mean
there.
this is him probably like what, 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, outside the Blue Oyster. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a nice one. Yeah. You also.
Those are my leather daddy face.
I think
This is a pretty sweet look though. You at your jeweler's bench. I think this is from the website. That's a nice look there. That's you. Yeah.
That's a good pick.
It's a good one.
You're finding good picks.
he
Yeah.
Googled you.
Yeah. It's not that hard to do. He's on Google. I don't know if I can make this one
Google
big,
me, bitch. Oh, sorry.
Google me, bitch. I want to look me up sometime, Barbara. That was from a movie too. Does anyone know what movie that was? Wow.
I'm sorry. I thought it was from the 13th hour of Coop's last show. I didn't know.
No, that was from 4 Christmases. When Vince Vaughn gets his ass kicked by a 12-year-old, and the kid looks at him and he goes, "Google me, bitch."
Just
Then he's like, "You might want to look me up sometime, Barbara." I was like, wow. It's pretty aggressive.
it's solid.
Is
That's
that-
a solid move?
It is. It is a solid move. If you pin someone down on the ground and you're like, "Google me, bitch." Yeah. Is that all the questions that you had from the till?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Matt's phone is dying and he doesn't want me to keep him here all night, so I just want to make sure we had all those questions first.
I think we're good.
Okay. All right. I'm about to let you go. Because I think we've done a lot
I'll
here
miss
tonight.
you.
Well, you stay on with me.
We've done so much.
We'll end the show, but just stay here with me for a second.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Who's on?
Anyway, thank you for being here with us tonight on the show. It's been
Man, thank you for having me.
it's
My
been
pleasure.
it's been revolutionary as always. Folks, thank you for listening and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all of our platforms, whether you're watching at home on Facebook and YouTube, or if you're listening anywhere podcasts can be found. Next week we have. Hold on, what are you doing? Oh, there we go. Next week we have our friend Reinhard coming on from Light 'em Up World, and now the new Marifel Vice President of Sales.
The man in the hat.
That's right.
Oh, I missed the man in the hat. Where is he?
Jeremiah?
I haven't
He's
seen him in a
in
minute.
Belgium?
Yeah.
He's on the Meet the
We have
Professor show.
things. We have things to do. We have so many things to do. The
Oh,
man in
yeah?
the hat.
Are you going to do
Mhm.
some Room 101s with Mirafel's Room Tobacco?
Well,
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he likes to, you know, he likes to flex his Sumatra tobacco that he peddles. Hi, man in the hat.
Okay.
It's a thing. He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, I trust you. The week after that, we have the amazing Mr. Fred Rui, formerly of Nomad Cigars.
A man strong in back, stiff of hog.
And then
He's a good man.
and after that, it's Thanksgiving, so we won't have a guest with us. And then after that, the one and only Charlie Minato of Halfwheel.com will join us. And we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things with Charlie, from his point of view on certain things in the media, mostly on his reviews and stuff like that. I have some interesting questions for Charlie. So don't miss any of those shows. Stay with us for updates. Follow us on social media for those updates. Don't forget to visit SmokinTabacco.com. This has been another episode of the Smokin Tabacco Show, live from the J.C. Newman Cigar Studios in Boston, Massachusetts. We'll see you next week. Take care, guys.